This is section 4.4, solving two-step inequalities. So we've learned how to solve one-step inequalities. Remember that addition and subtraction works like normal, and then multiplication and division, we just added the rule where if you multiply or divide by a negative number, you have to flip the inequality. Multi-step inequalities are going to work the same way as multi-step equalities or equations, but we still have to keep in mind that rule about multiplying or dividing by a negative number. So looking at this first one, I want to get v by itself. So the first thing I'm going to do is get rid of the minus 4. So I'm going to add 4 to both sides. So I have 2v is greater than 12. To get rid of the 2, I divide. So I get v is greater than 6. And then the last step with solving inequalities, make sure you graph it. It's an open circle because we don't have an equal to. I pick my favorite number of 0 and say, is 0 greater than 6? No, it's not, so I'm going to point away from 0. All right, so looking at some more examples, looking at the first one, we have 5x minus 4 is greater than or equal to 11. Trying to get x by itself, so I'm going to add 4 first. So add 4 to both sides. 5x is greater than or equal to 15. Divide both sides by 5. X is greater than or equal to 3. And then we graph. So here's 3. It's a closed circle because we have the equal to. Pick my favorite number, 0. Is 0 greater than or equal to 3? No, it's not, so I'm going to point away from the 0. All right, next one we have b over negative 3 plus 4 is less than 13. First thing, I'm going to get rid of the plus 4, so I'm going to subtract 4 from both sides. b over negative 3 is less than 9. Then I'm going to multiply each side by a negative 3. Notice that when you multiply by a negative number, you have to flip the inequality. So b is greater than negative 27. So I'm going to graph it. Here's negative 27. It's an open circle. Here's 0. Is 0 greater than negative 27? Yes, it is, so I'm going to point toward the 0. And last example, negative 7 times the quantity x plus 3 is less than or equal to 28. First thing I have to do on this one is get rid of the parentheses, so I'm going to distribute. So I have negative 7x minus 21 is less than or equal to 28. I'm going to add 21 to both sides. So negative 7x is less than or equal to 49. Going to divide by negative 7 to get x by itself. When I'm dividing by a negative, I have to flip my inequality. So x is greater than or equal to negative 7. So draw my graph. Here's negative 7. It's a closed circle because we have that equal to. Pick my favorite number, 0. Is 0 greater than or equal to negative 7? Yes, it is, so I'm going to point toward 0.